Welcome to the online session of Power Plant Engineering. My name is Acharya. Today we will discuss about the site selection of thermal power plant, and second is the energy generation in India. This topic is related to our first chapter, thermal power plant. First is the sector is related to site selection of thermal power plant. Here first factor is the availability of coal, second factor is the water availability, third factor is the ash disposal facility, 4 is the land requirement, 5 is nature of load, 6 is the load center, 7 is the transportation facility, 8 is the availability of labor, 9 is the public problem, and 10 is the future extension. Here our first factor is the availability of coal. Here, in the modern coal-based power plant, is what a huge amount of coal per day. Approximately, a thermal power plant of 400 megawatt, the capacity requires nearly 6,000 tons coal per every day. Here, power plant should be near the coal mine so that here transportation cost is less. But if our power plant is away from the coal mines, it is created to problem due to the failure of transportation and strike at coal mines. So that is required to considerable amount of coal stored in the power plant. However, it is increased the space requirement of power plant and cost of power plant and staff requirement of power plant. Our criteria is water availability. Water consumption is more as feed water into the boiler, condenser, and for the ash disposal. Here water is required for the drinking purpose. Hence plants should be located near the water sources. In a rough idea, for 100 megawatt power plant, we require 800 to 1000 ton of water for the cooling tower and 10 to 15 ton of water for the feed pumping and make water per hours required for coal based power plant. Our next criteria is the ash disposal facility. Here ash comes out in the hot conditions, so handling ash is very difficult and is very economically costly. The ash can be disposed into the sea or river. Here roughly idea, for 100 megawatt power plant, 300 to 500 tons ash is produced per day. So we require the ash disposal method, or we also ash use in a building industry and for the making the bricks in the building. Our third criteria or fourth is land requirement. The average land requirement is 3 to 5 acres per megawatt capacity, which includes the cold storage, ash disposal, staff colony, and market facility. The land should be available at lower price. Next is the nature of the load. The land should have a good bearing capacity. It has to withstand to the load of the plant, and it is also force transmitted to the land due to the higher vibration machinery and vibration of machines, so that here minimum capacity of bearing is required to 1 megapascal. Next is the load center. The site of power plant should be as near as possible to the lands so that transmission cost and losses are the minimum. Next is the transport facility. For the steam power plant, provide the better transportation facility for the transportation of men machinery. It is always necessary to the railway line available near the plant for the bringing heavy machinery, and for the waterways ship requirement for the higher or hilly area require the ropeway for transportation. When the coal mines near to the power plant, we require the road transportation methods. Next criteria is the availability of labor. Here, for the construction and operation labors are available. Cheap labor should be available at proper site as enough labor is required during the construction of the plant. For operation of the plant, skilled labor should be available at plant. Here, for the public problem, thermal power plant produce the fuel gases. These gases will be affect the live human, so that plants should be located from the polluted area. The thermal power plant site should be considered for the neighboring problem due to the noise pollution, due to the smoke of power plant, due to the evaporating of water, and any ash problem. Next is the future extension. The choice of the site should be allowed for the economical extension consistent with the estimated growth of load. Here, future extension for the economically and also the space available for the thermal power plant extension. We discussed all the criteria for the site selection of thermal power plant. At conclusion that discussion, we have not considered all the factors for power plant site selection at one place. Here, nowadays, power transmission is the form of the AC supply. So that the most important is the power generation than the power transmission. So we require our site should be away from the town. So pollutant criteria is considered. Our next is the water availability is main criteria. So the site should be near as a riverside, so water is easily available, and coal transportation method is economically available. Our next topic is the energy generation in India. Nowadays, total electrical generation capacity in India is 344 gigawatts. In 344 gigawatts, two types of energy sources are available. First is the conventional energy sources. In the conventional energy sources, total production of electricity is 230 gigawatt, means it contributes the 67 percentage of total electricity generation. And non-conventional energy sources produce the 114 gigawatt, so that it means it contributes the 33 percentage of total electricity in India. For the conventional energy sources, we use the coal, nuclear, and gas power plant and diesel power plant. Here, hydropower plant is also considered as a conventional and non-conventional energy sources. For the coal thermal power plant, the main source is the coal. The total electric generation related to coal thermal power plant is 196.65 gigawatts. It contribute the 57 percentage of total production of electricity. Our next power plant is a nuclear power plant. In a nuclear power plant, we require the source as the uranium, thorium. The total electricity production of nuclear power plant is 6.78 gigawatt, means it contributes 2 percentage of total electric generation. Next is the gas power plant. In a gas power plant, require the natural gases. If production of the electricity is 24.86 gigawatt, means it contributes the 7.2 percentage of total electricity generation. Next is the diesel power plant. In diesel power plant, it produces the 0.83 gigawatt electricity, means it contributes only 0.2% of total electricity production. Next is the non-conventional energy sources. In non-conventional energy sources, we use hydropower plant, wind power plant, solar power plant, and biogas power plant. First, the hydropower plant divided into two parts: long hydropower plant or small hydropower plant. The total electricity production by the hydropower plant is 49.9 gigawatt, means its total contribution of hydropower plant is 14.3% of total electricity generation. Our next criteria is the wind power plant. The naturally available wind is the source of the wind power plant. In wind power plant, produce the total electricity is 34.4 gigawatts, means its total contribution is 9.9% of total electricity generation. In solar power plant, so here solar energy converted with the help of the photovoltaic cell. Here total energy production of solar power plant is 21 gigawatt. It contributes 6.3% of total electricity generation. Next is the biogas power plant. The biogas power plant produce the electricity is 8.8 gigawatt production and contribute only 2.6% of total electricity production. Here, total electricity production in India by the sources: first is the coal 57%, biogas 2.6%, solar 6.3%, wind 9.9%, hydro 14.3%, diesel 0.2%, and gas is 7.2%. Here, total energy generation in India. Thank you.